Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and analysing this game for us is Jim Beglin.
Hi John, I can tell you, I'm absolutely delighted to be here.
Dzeko, Fernandinho, De Michelis, Company, Nasri, Company, Zabaleta, Iniesta tried to play it through.
I timed this run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that. Just a little more behind him is needed.
In the start to win. Just like that was. The game on Monday, okay? They have a great
Through ball over the top.
Okay? So please, let's not get carried away.
Well struck! Off target.
I think when you're in front of goal like that, you really should do better. That's a poor finish in the end.
We are down there and we are celebrating winning the league. Shut up! Shut up! Okay? I'm sure. I will tell the players, I will say, you can have all the skill in the world.
Barcelona, so far, providing no real test for the opposition goalkeeper.
You do not have this, you can eject the foot in the pitch. You need that to win the games. You don't need it. You should have.
Going forward.
I would say quite similar, like he's right now. So
The danger was there, he dealt with it well.
Like years before when
Silva.
Already,
It's Dzeko. Ball over the top.
And we're going to do a good job here. Absolutely, respecting me 100%.
Jordi Alba.
So it's true that it was
Sergio
the first season,
Busquets.
I think in my period here,
Dzeko.
that we make the best
Break it
season
on.
today.
Through the middle it
At the
goes.
same time, we
Intercepts the pass.
Since everyone for the new players.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Completely to the season, but of course it was unexpected. Unexpected, absolutely. To achieve what the way he
Goals
achieved.
from either team as yet.
His energy, physicality, to win the duels that are the important win the Premier League around the world. You have to. In these leagues,
Well played, that got them out of trouble.
You know, players like
PK.
They're in trouble, Duke and Kyle.
Luis Suarez.
No doubt in that.
The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept. It's Aguero.
He's general, always been
Nasri.
talking with everyone. And when he's like this and he's focusing in football and enjoying what he likes.
Scintillating goal!
For such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their
But if
liking.
he still remains the passion that he has.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
So we start again at 1-0.
Well, that lifts some of the pressure, but they need to maintain their work rate. It's been very good up to now.
Knocks it through to the front line. An interception. Silva. He's looking to find his front men. There's the end to the first 45.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
The second half kicks off then. Aguero. Here's Dzeko. Silva. Dzeko. Fernandinho. Company. Zabaleta. He's playing it through. And that's gone straight to the keeper. Daniel Alves. Rakitic.
This what we are living, we are not living anymore in our
Iniesta.
lives. It's impossible.
Jordi Alba. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
You shut down. You did it well.
Barcelona just need to find a way of keeping the ball or go direct and hope to pick up enough scraps to be able to get their teeth into the game. They must get hold of it somehow.
Demichelis. Fernandinho. Fernando. Nasri, who's just made his mark on this match. Barcelona not as yet making any changes. It's Silva. Clichy. Fernandinho. Nasri. Dzeko. Messi gives away a free kick. Yellow card. Of course, for argument there. That, I believe, is the first time we've seen a yellow card. Yes, it is.
You are something you need a skill with this guy. So you have to take that responsibility. If you became a top
Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Game over, do you reckon? What can they do from here?
They've just got to get the ball into the box and hope.
Company. Demichelis. Just one goal separating the two teams with only 5 minutes to play on the clock. Clichy. Demichelis. Silva. Looking to exploit the space. Wilfried. The referee blows his whistle. That's tremendously well, only allowing one strike past them. You can't say the same for the strikers though, out of sorts and unable to put away their chances.
Listen, they had plenty of time to overcome the setback, but for me, they never quite had enough adventure in their play to get back into that one.
Thanks go to Jim, and it's now time for us to leave tonight's...
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. So, here we go then. Manchester United against Barcelona. I'm John Champion, and today's co-commentator is Jim Begley.
Well, thank you. I think this is a brilliant atmosphere awaiting these players today. I can't wait for this one to start.
Lint, Valencia, Phil Jones, Messi, launches it high, cleared by the defence. An interception. Surely! Good hand by the keeper. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Falcao. The danger was there, he dealt with it well. Daniel Alves plays it wide towards the byline. Through into space it goes. Ball stolen. To receive the ball, break could be on. The idea was good, but the pass needed to be better.
Well, he needed to be much more precise, but that was very short on quality into the middle.
He's playing it through. Van Persie! Goal! Manchester United! Well, what can you say about that goal?
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
So we resume at 1-0.
Yeah, there's such a consistency about his movement and his work rate that it's the platform for everything else he does, for all his attacking instincts, and he's just a very tidy goal scorer.
The idea was there, the execution wasn't. Neat ball through the middle. Whacks it. That was a super ball in, but no success.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Going forward. An important interception. Things were starting to look dangerous. Pumps it upfield. Wonderful through ball over the top. Here's Di Maria. Di Maria!
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and you have to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Carried away! And he'll get the shot away here! The whistle goes, and it's the end of the first half.
I honestly don't think they need to change anything in this second half. They just need to believe in themselves, stick to the game plan, and I'm sure they can turn this scoreline round.
We kick off for the next 45 minutes. Mascherano. A much needed intervention that was too. Mascherano. No, the defence alert and picked out the danger. Rakitic knocks it over the top. Lifts it through. He was well positioned, good defending there. Daniel Alves is making his way forward. Played in accurately. The forward push gains momentum. Play surges forward. It's one-on-one. He makes absolutely no mistake. 2 goals to the good, and they're set fair.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
He's got 2 in this game, he's on a hat-trick. Now it's 2-0.
Yeah, we've seen it before that 1-0 can be a fragile scoreline, but now that they have that extra cushion, 2 should be enough.
Barcelona yet to make a substitution here. Barcelona with a big chance and a big miss. Real pressure from the opposition there. Slickly done that. He's on his way. Just the keeper to beat. He's bursting forward. There it is. They lead by 3, and that may just about be that. That was a teasing finish.
I just thought he was alert and direct. There was no messing about. He was too quick for the keeper, and that's a fine finish.
He'll be taking the match ball home.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display. What a player.
So it's 3-0 now. He'll be penalised for that. Well played, that got them out of trouble. It's Van Persie, off he goes. Van Persie is fouled. Rooney wouldn't stay down for him. Xavi. Iniesta. Rakitic. Mascherano. Well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it. Through the middle it goes. Here's Luis Suarez. The flag stays down. The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept. Phil Jones. Full-time whistle within sight. Falcao. Down the middle it goes. And they get it away. And it's hit forward. Sends the ball over the defence. He's onside. So here comes the corner. So there it is, and that concludes today's contest. Today's opponents have simply proved too strong, their attack just too rampant. As a result, the team never looked comfortable at the back.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real roller coaster ride for the fans.
thanks to Jim alongside me, and that... Bold, sizable, imposing. The Morumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and providing analysis alongside me is our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi John, I'm really glad to be here. Let's hope these teams serve up a real cracker.
Musa Sissoko. Through into space it goes. Xavi. Rakitic. Knocks it through. Looking to exploit the space. Strong challenge, but one certainly within the laws of the game. No, the defence alert and picked out the danger. Jordi Alba with the foul. And the referee's assistant has his flag up. That must be for offside. Quarter of an hour played. Barcelona still to register a shot on target. You got the man there, that's a free kick. And there's the first booking of the game already. And the defence gets it away. Neymar. Rakitic, Neymar, on his own, whacks it, a goal for Barcelona! No doubt about that one, a finish out of the top draw.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days and we've just seen it again.
Barcelona in a comfortable position, leading by a single goal.
Well, that lifts some of the pressure, but they need to maintain their work rate. It's been very good up to now.
Colback. Tries to slide it past the defence. Neymar spotted the ball being played and did well to reach it, but that's about as good as it got. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. It's Piqué. Anita. And he's caught there and he's won himself a free kick. Sami Amiobi. Daniel Alves. It's clearly not what he was hoping for. We're in the 40th minute.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
A minimum of 2 minutes to be played for stoppages. Iniesta. The referee blows his whistle to draw the first half to a close.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
It's a cagey game, this one. Plenty to fascinate the spectators, though. The score is 1-0. Iniesta. Xavi. And now, puts it away. It's a 2-goal lead now. How about that? So it's now 2 without reply.
Well, that goal makes such a difference to the whole dynamic of this game. That second goal puts them in control now.
Intercepts the pass. This goes for a throw-in. Now a chance for a cross from the flank. And he makes absolutely no mistake. What are your thoughts on the goal, Jim Beglin?
Yeah, I've got great admiration for the finish, but I've even more admiration for the pass that set it up. It was delicious.
The lead's down to a single goal now.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
So is this the start of a great comeback?
Maybe, because that goal has suddenly transformed respective mindsets. Let's see if a little panic kicks in now.
They get it forward. Barcelona yet to make a substitution here. Williamson looking to receive the ball. Break could be on. Here's Neymar. Rakitic. Anita. He plays the ball out wide. Through into space it goes. There's plenty of activity down by the touchline. Looks like we're going to get a substitution. Sergio Busquets. Rakitic. No, beaten to it. Luis Suarez. Can he now find a finish? Goes for a header. He scores! Surely it's game over now. I'm afraid that one's down to the goalkeeper.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
He's got 2 in this game, he's on a hat-trick. Musa Sissoko. Colback. Bolacini. Looking to play on the break. The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept. Luis Suarez. Keeper gets a hand on it. Oh, that was on target. He's over the ball, his teammates waiting. And the defence does its job, they get it away. And the through ball is intercepted. Xavi will drive this corner in. Time whistle within sight. That's off target, and the referee blows the final whistle. An impressive win here after a magnificent performance by all the players involved. Everything went right for them, and they were able to get the result that they wanted.
Well, how enjoyable was that? I love it when you get two teams giving it everything they've got. They held nothing back. Terrific stuff.
So all that remains is for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us. That is the conclusion of this afternoon. Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and today's co-commentator is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, John. Hello, everyone. What an atmosphere we've got in this stadium today. It's all very, very exciting.
Joey Barton. Hill. Kolka. Isla. Joey Barton. Hoylett. Dunn. They have it again! Big moment, big goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
That was a teasing finish.
Well, when you go one-on-one with the keeper, you can't afford any indecision, and that was decisive and clinical.
They've got off to a very good start. Isla has it, and he's got space. Here's a chance to get a cross in. Could be a goal here. They've scored in the opening 10 minutes of the game to make it 1-0. Lifts it through. The ball goes through. Neymar. Farley. Joey Barton. Hoylett. Farley. Dunn. Toilet. Plays it wide towards the byline. Farley. Good possession in this spell, but lacking any real penetration. Toilet. Incisive pass that. Off target.
What a lovely first touch, and that allowed him the space to get the shot away. It's excellent technique.
PK. Tried to play it through. He's free through the middle. Tries to lob the keeper. Oh, what a goal! It's a finish with class written right across it.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial. And when you've got skill like that, goals will always follow. I thought the lob was brilliant. It gave the defence and the keeper no chance.
They kick off with parity restored.
Well, that's got them back in it, but it'll be very interesting to see what way they approach it now. Do they settle for that or push for more?
Farley picks the ball up straight from a goal kick. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. And it's hit forward. That was a super ball in, but no success.
Oh, that was a lovely little dink over the top.
The whistle signals the end of the first half. The sides locked level at 1 goal each. So the second half gets underway. Farley. Colker. Dunn. Hill. The ball has crossed the line and it's a throw. Making good progress down the right, but finding himself devoid of options. Booted away. Toilet. Sergi Roberto. Iniesta. The danger was there, he dealt with it well. Joey Barton. Colker. Dunn. Barcelona still not utilising their bench. No way through there. Little in the way of subtlety in that tackle. Farley. Joey Barton. Moving forwards. Out towards the byline. Through into space it goes. A goal for Barcelona! He was never going to decline an invitation like that.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
They now lead by 1 goal.
Yeah, there's such a consistency about his movement and his work rate that it's the platform for everything else he does, for all his attacking instincts, and he's just a very tidy goal scorer.
Onside. That should have been the equaliser.
Listen, although I know they're disappointed, that's a good, strong reply to going a goal down. That's the kind of character you want to see from a team.
Joey Barton. Hoylett. Opportunity for a goal. Puts it away. They're back in it. The match was slipping away, but they found some strength and they found a goal. There's the benefit of pinpoint accuracy. They're back level again.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Full-time whistle within sight. Kulka. Isla. Played towards the right side. Sergio Busquets gives away a free kick. This goes for a throw-in. Can he get the ball in? It's the ball. So there you have it, the final whistle. The game ends in a draw, but the supporters won't be too disappointed. There was plenty of passion and plenty of intensity on display out there.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and sitting alongside me up here in our lofty perch in the commentary box is Jim Begley.
Thanks, John. Hello, everyone. Well, I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. This could be a real cracker.
Yoshida. Jordi Alba. Into space out wide, intercepts the pass, played towards the right side, and a much needed intervention that was too. Barcelona yet to have a shot on target. This goes for a throw-in. Tried going it alone, but without success. Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene. There's space on the flank. Possibility here for a cross. Yoshida. Steve Davis. Barcelona on the ball, but not being very threatening with it. So who is going to spark this game into life? Yoshida. And it's hit forward. The keeper knew he had to get to that. Yoshida. Moving forwards. Xavi. Here it goes. Latched onto that ball nicely, but no joy with the shot.
Yeah, and he knew he had to get his effort away before being closed down, but he could have sacrificed a little power then for a bit more accuracy. Look, you can show all the industry you want, but you must carry a threat with it too. And it's about time in this half. You know, it'll give them some heart for what's to come. They need to pick up the pace.
The half-time whistle goes.
Well, the manager's surely got to look for one or two creative changes now. They need some service up front.
Goalless then at this stage. No, needed a better ball there. Pele.
It's never easy keeping the ball under control when the pressure's been...
That looked a foul and the referee's given it. Really close.
Oh, he couldn't have hit that any better, and any other time it would have sneaked in. That would encourage another try though.
Sizable chunk of this match completed, but still it remains 0-0. Doesn't manage to get that one through. Luis Suarez. I think it's fair to say that defences have been on top so far in this fixture. Will delight the coaches, if not all of the spectators. Looks like a change is in order. There's a player there waiting to come on.
Well, if the deadlock is about to be broken, then it may well have to come from the bench. I mean, fresh legs when others are beginning to tire now could just do the trick. This game might just get a little stretch that could help.
Steve Davis. Barcelona yet to make a substitution here. No, the defence alert and picked out the danger on his own. This goes for a throw-in. This goes for a throw-in. There's plenty of activity down by the touchline. Looks like we're going to get a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Rakitic. Yoshida. Long. He's being hassled and harried here. Long. Needs a good cross. Goal kick, I think. Oh, I stand corrected. Leaps for the header. Just off target.
But when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
The time added on will be 4 minutes. Luis Suarez. An interception. So there you have it, the final whistle. Well, it's ended as a very disappointing day for the strikers on both sides. None of them able to find a way past the defence at all.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real roller coaster ride for the fans.
Bold, sizable, imposing. The Morumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and here alongside me in the commentary box is Jim Beglin.
Hi John, hi everyone. I'm really looking forward to this match.
Whelan. Mark Wilson. Ireland. No, needed a better ball there. It's Neymar. It'll be a throw-in. Muniesa. Whelan. Mark Wilson. Moses. Admittedly it's early, but this game hasn't exactly sparked into life yet. And the whistle's gone, but it's for a foul. And there's the first booking of the game already.
I can understand the frustration from the foul then. They manufactured a good little opportunity there, so it was unfairly stopped.
And he's going for it. Well, that was really close. You get nothing for being close. Here's a header. They're just missing that finishing touch.
Oh look, they've started with such intensity, but maybe they just need to add a little composure to their finishing. You know, it's the only thing that's missing so far.
Barcelona, so far, providing no real test for the opposition goalkeeper. The quality of the cross is everything in these situations. Launches it high. An interception. Mark Wilson. Whelan. And he gives chase. Ireland. To nod it. What a chance that was. They may live to regret that. Here's Walters, looking to carve open the defence. Here's Ireland. That's clever from him.
I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
Moses. Played into space out wide. Ireland. They have it again. He's unlucky not to score there. And he'll shoot here. Oh, so close. Referee blows his whistle to draw the first half to a close.
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
It's 0-0 at this point, and we're hoping for better things. So away we go then for the second half. Forward it goes, intercepts the pass. Cleared away from immediate danger. Moses plays it into the danger area. And that's gone straight to the keeper. Sergio Busquets. Thumps it long. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. And the through ball is intercepted. Well underway in the second half, and it's still goalless. Gradually moving towards a conclusion, still nothing to separate the teams. Moses. Barcelona not as yet making any changes. Sergio Busquets. Looking to exploit the space. To receive the ball, break would be on. Just the keeper to beat. Surely he can put it away. Ireland has struggled to impose himself on this game, it has to be said.
Yeah, I think if he's going to make better progress, then he's going to need to find a little more space, and I think his team can help out by getting one or two others around him to give him a bit more support as well, because at this moment he's just been crowded out and he's not having the impact on the game that he should.
Looking to carve open the defence. PK. Walters. And the decision is offside.
And that was just fractionally offside.
Walters. Feeds a long ball into space. The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. Well played, that got them out of trouble. That's it, the match is over. Both defences have stood tall throughout this game, not allowing themselves to be breached. Both keepers, I imagine.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating. Yeah.
Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and analysing this game for us is Jim Beckley.
Yeah, thanks John. What a brilliant atmosphere we've got in this stadium today. I mean, both sets of players must be really looking forward to this, as we are.
So, here we go then. Wes Brown. Catamol. Sebastian Larson. Here's Stephen Fletcher. He's trying to make things happen there for his team, and it almost came off for him too.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something...
It's in!
Well, if that was their intention pre-match, let me tell you, it's worked out very nicely. I think for the skipper to chip in with a goal too is a bonus, but this game has already taken on a real attacking edge, and long may that continue.
In a straight duel like that, there was only going to be one winner.
Well, although the keeper looked an imposing figure then, he remained totally unfazed and took the chance with great ease.
They've gone ahead so early in the game. O'Shea. Catamol. O'Shea. Sebastian Larson. Santiago Verghini. Catamol. Wes Brown. Sebastian Larson. O'Shea. Rodwell. The danger was there, he dealt with it well. The ball played down the middle. Here's Stephen Fletcher. Now a chance for a cross. tried going it alone, but without success.
Well, I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
Sebastian Larsen. Little in the way of subtlety in that tackle. Luis Suarez. Neymar. It's a loose ball, too long.
Well, without the support, he had to avoid crossing that, but he just didn't have the patience.
Pumps it upfield. Yes, that's a foul. Now the defence gets it away. And he's there providing the inspiration. And it's hit forward. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. O'Shea. Sebastian Larsen. Adam Johnson. Xavi. Sergio Busquets. Rakitic. A more than decent effort, and that is the note upon which the first half ends.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
It's a cagey game, this one. Plenty to fascinate the spectators, though. The score is 1-0. We kick off for the next 45 minutes. Xavi. Daniel Alves. Wickham. Well, the referee has decided that the advantage didn't accrue, and he's going to his pocket to show him a yellow card. Knocks it through. Went over the goal line, so goal kick here. Santiago Vergini. A real tussle for the ball. Oh, good challenge, and he's got it back.
They're controlling the game really well now, but they're just not able to find that incisive pass.
Barcelona yet to make a substitution here. Luis Suarez is looking to go straight through the middle. Wes Brown is there to intervene. Stephen Fletcher looking to exploit the space. A robust challenge, to say the least. Here's Messi. Messi! Fantastic from Messi! It's a comfortable lead now, 2 goals.
Messi showed real composure then. I mean, how often do you see a player do everything right until he gets into the box, only to completely kind of fluff the finish? Not him.
A brace of goals for him now. Now it's 2-0. Rodwell, Defoe, Rakitic, Iniesta, Luis Suarez. The ball is with Messi. Messi! Here's Defoe. A stern challenge coming in. In he goes, and that's a good tackle. Here's Neymar. O'Shea. Sebastian Larson. The clock counting down. Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene. That's it, the match is over. Simply magnificent performance by the players here, who put in absolutely everything. All the hard work's paid off, and they've come away with a wonderful victory.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real roller coaster ride for the fans.
Many thanks to Jim alongside me, and that is finally it for the broadcast this afternoon. Bold, sizable, imposing. The Marumbi Stadium, a very warm welcome to you. I'm John Champion, and covering this game alongside me, someone who certainly knows a thing or two about playing at the top level, it's Jim Begley.
Hi John, hi everyone. I'm really looking forward to this match.
Carroll, Taylor, Ki Sung-yueng, well beaten to the ball there. Here's Neymar, and now Neymar, surely he can put it away. That one has just about been dealt with. And a much needed intervention that was too. Dyer. John Joe Shelby. Defending in numbers here. Sergio Busquets puts a stop to the attack. And that's not getting through. If you've only just joined us, you'll be relieved to know we're still goalless. Dyer. Where's the defence? Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene. John Joe Shelby. Carroll. John Joe Shelby. He shoots there. They've scored. It just couldn't have been placed any better. They get us underway at 1-0.
Well, that lifts some of the pressure, but they need to maintain their work rate. It's been very good up to now.
Gomes. Norton. John Joe Shelby. Dyer. He's going it alone. Opportunity for a goal. 40 minutes played. Messi. Here's Luis Suarez. Neymar. They get it clear. Ashley Williams. Ki Sung-yueng. The whistle signals the end of the first half.
I honestly don't think they need to change anything in this second half. They just need to believe in themselves, stick to the game plan, and I'm sure they can turn this scoreline round.
So, off we go then with the second half. Sergio Busquets. He's not taking any risks there. And the defence gets it away. Carroll. Dyer. Gomes. Ki Sung-yueng. Norton. John Joe Shelby. Dyer. Through it goes. Chance. Taylor with a stern challenge.
Look, should they not get back into this game, the possession stats will hold the reason why. Everything is a bit rushed and frantic. They need someone to impose a more composed approach and just settle it down.
Through into space it goes. Now a chance for a cross from the flank. Can he now find a finish? Possibility here. Things are looking pretty ominous here, Jim.
Well, it doesn't have to be pretty now, just direct and into that box.
Corner then. And the referee has blown now. The advantage didn't really rack up, and it's going to be a yellow card too. So here comes the corner. They play it short. Cleared away to safety. That's clever from him. Messi. He scores! And they've come back in style.
Fabianski maybe was unsighted by his own defence there. Just look at the way the ball sneaked through that defensive line, and I don't think he could pick it up until it was way too late.
They kick off with parity restored.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Ki Sung-yueng. Oh, he's having a go! He so nearly exploited that mistake.